Corporal got on to careful aim and kersplat. Oh, that takes me back, you know. The sound of a jelly going kersplat. Oh, dear. Oh, this indigestion. I wish I knew what caused it.
Oh, there you are, Norman.
Sir. Yeah, I'm so sorry, sir. I had to relapse somewhere, so I came in here, sir. I knew you wouldn't turn away a stricken old rat, sir. Yes. Now, you sit in your rightful place, sir, you see.
Thank you.
And I'll just collapse over here, sir, on the floor.
Oh, no, you can't go comatose here.
You just watch me, sir.
No, dear, the inspector comes tomorrow. Now, look, Norman, you go home and go to bed, and I'll get on the telephone to the GLC and get a substitute.
No, sir, no. I think I'll soldier on, sir. You see, I mean, after all, sir, falling down on the job won't get me my little rise, will it, sir? And anyway, sir, don't worry, sir. I have my bottle here of Dr. Egremont's bowel remover.
Oh!
Now, we'll just have a little spoonful.
Now, let me help, Norman, let me help.
That's very kind of you, sir. My hand is shaking. You must go on the disc, sir. Yeah.
Open your mouth and shut your eyes, and then you'll find a lovely surprise. Swallow.
Sweetie now, headmaster, sweetie.
Thank you very much, yes. Doris, just the man. Doris, inspection tomorrow. We must all be busy.
Oh, yes, he's been a regular whirlpool, monsieur.
Well, let's hope he doesn't suck us all down with him.
Sarcasm doesn't become you, Doris, at least not before you consulted with that Mr Sibley. And he, nowadays, chases you round during school hours, flaunting himself everywhere.
John is arranging his careers lectures, hardly flaunting himself. Anyhow, I've not seen him all day.
And a good job, too. And if he were here now, Doris, do you know what I'd say to him? I'd say... Enter.
Oh, excuse me.
Good afternoon, Mr Sibley.
Doris, I finished work for the day. Can I give you a lift home?
Yes, John, thank you. Just a couple of announcements to make. I always have a lot of extra work at times like this.
Inspection wouldn't be so difficult if so much time were not taken up in non-scholastic matters.
If you're referring to my talks, Mr Cromwell, they were organised by the Education Board weeks ago. And anyway, I shan't even be here tomorrow.
Good. Well, run along, Doris, run along. Don't let me keep you. I'm sure the flesh pots of Soho are calling you.
If you say so, headmaster. I rather fancied it was just Potter's stomach rumbling again.
Goodbye, Mr Cromwell. Mr Potter.
Oh, Norman. Miss Ewell is being carried away by that Careers Board Casanova.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Pony tricking, car rallies, whisk drives. And you know they went twice last week to see Beatrix Potter.
Fair turns my stomach, sir.
I don't know what to do.
You wouldn't care to hold my nose again, would you, headmaster?
This is just a little thing off it. About tomorrow's inspection. Look out, man! Here comes the inspecting man! Wow! Look out, man! Here comes the inspecting man! Wow! The inspector school! Better than any other school inspecting man can! Man! I haven't finished yet. Don't rhyme! Yeah, well, you're tone deaf, you are. Am I?
Look, Des, we've got to screw up this inspection, and Weaver Street are the ones to do it.
You're not Weaver Street anymore, mate. You're Finn Street. Yeah. We've been amalgamated, haven't we?
Yeah, of course we've been amalgamated. It's just that we are in charge. Right! Now then, look, we've got some surprises here. What about that, Desi boy? There you go, Bobber, and the back bills. Now then, the graffiti squad can knock off some chalk from Potter's cupboard and get scrawling.
Scrawling?
Yeah, meanwhile, we've got to think of some new ideas, like setting fire to Cromwell.
Yeah, right.
And where do you think you're going?
You, Cromwell?
No, I am not Mr. Cromwell. Now give me those matches and sit down, you hooligan.
Hooligan.
Now then, tomorrow, Fenn Street.
And Weaver Street.
Fenn Street will be visited by the school inspector.
Well,
as you know so much about it, I suppose your warped little imaginations have started to plot.
Here, Terry, she must know...
Shut up, Daisy. The old bag don't know nothing.
Repeat what you just said.
the old bag...
No!
Look, you don't scare us, old Mother Ewell.
And you don't scare me. I've dealt with hundreds of loudmouthed juveniles in my time. And you're another one. Not even a complete one.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I meant that nobody would listen to you if you didn't have him to act for you. And he'd see through you if he'd think for himself.
Think for himself?
Remember, young stringer, from now on, I've got you marked. Dismiss.
Nobody talks to me like that.
She just did, Terry.
Well, she won't again. Not after this inspection. We are going to think of something that'll bring old Mother Ewell down a peg or two.
Yeah.
I treasure this, Georgie. My Thomas sent it to me and Dodo from his travels, just before he crossed the Great Divide. Delicate, that's what it is. Dodo? Is that you? Dodo! Is it a man? If it's a man, I'm armed!
Out of luck again, Mother. It's only me.
Whatever makes you so late? I suppose it's that Mr. Sibley.
No, it's because of John that I'm early. He gave me a lift to the roundabout. Sherry, Mother?
So he's coming down to school to see you now, is he?
He's working there this week.
That's his story. Oh, Mr. Sibley gave her a lift. Mr. Sibley took her to the pictures. Mr. Sibley this, Mr. Sibley that. Ah, but you're the only real friend that I've got. Why don't you bring him home? You used to bring young Buckingham home.
Mother, that was in 90... A long time ago. And what did you say to him when I did bring him home? That I was on the verge of taking holy orders.
Well, what's wrong with that? You always had good marks for religious instruction at college. Anyway, I didn't like him. Mr. Bliss was much nicer.
But you told him exactly the same thing.
Ah, but I made it sound much more exciting.
Well, if I remember correctly, he was so excited that he emigrated to Canada.
You and your men. 5 in the last 30 years. What are the neighbors going to say?
I don't care, Mother. I've been trying to teach all day, only to come home to this interminable bickering about John, when all I want is a little peace and quiet. And any more from Georgie, and I'll put gravel in his birdseed.
Oh! Did you hear that, Georgie? That Mr. Sibley doesn't know how callous she can get. Georgie, he must be told for his own good.
Well, Mr. Cromwell, I shall be here for 2 days. 2 days. I'm very thorough. But don't worry, I'm also very inconspicuous. Your tea is all right, anyway. Oh, good, good. Full marks for Potter, eh? Potter? Yes, he's our school keeper. He asked me to mention his name with regard to a rise, you understand? Oh, it's not my job to give rises, only to recommend or to condemn. Yes. My only concern is your little amalgamation.
Oh, everything's going fine. Yes, everybody's cooperating splendidly. Yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes. And the class distribution has worked out splendidly, as you'll see from this chart. Oh, yes, they're so high-spirited, and this amalgamation brings out their high spirits, you know.
Wow!
What was that? A body just flew past your window, Mr. Cromwell.
Really? Well, I'm sure it was nobody important.
Well, aren't you even going to look?
Oh, yes. Doris, Norman. Yes. It's only Cyril.
Who?
Cyril is Mr. Wyatt's art dummy.
I think I should have brought 2 notebooks.
Intern! Oh, David, now this is Mr. Fitchett Brown, the newest member of our staff, and he's going to help me show you around the school.
Suit at the cleaners, Mr. Fitchett Brown?
No, the pawn shop, actually.
Well, now, are we all ready? Are we ready?
Ready? Well, yes, I think any minute. No, are we ready?
Oh, just admit this graffiti is everywhere. It makes me sick. Especially that one. Look at that. Good master, Inspector, sir. I hope you didn't bring up my bowels, sir. I'd rather keep them under my hat, you see.
Don't stand in front of any mirrors, Norman. Huh? Might offend somebody.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man! Here comes the one time machine! Wow! Yeah, man! Here comes the one time machine! Wow! Here poor one time we never thought of one time could have been! Wow! Here comes! Here comes! Here comes! Hey, look what you've done, you weaver! I will right over my new broad! What are you going to do about it, eh? You bloody cattle! Oh, may I have my shoe back, please?
Oh, young man! Young man!
Are you addressing me, madam?
Yes, can you tell me where I can find Mr. Smarty Pants Sibley?
There's no one named Smarty Pants at Penn Street. And if you're looking for the careers officer, although at your age I think it's somewhat optimistic, you'll find his name on a door somewhere along there. Oh, she'll have a long wait, though. He's not coming in again till tomorrow.
You can inspect the tops of my doors any time you like, sir. I'd like to keep all my hidden parts spotless, you see. Oh, racked as I am, sir, with pain, it's the only way to get my increments raised, you see, sir. Oh, dear, it does hurt. Oh, right in my epiglottis.
Well, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be skulking behind doors.
I was not skulking, madam. I was just flicking around, you see. I shall now have to have another dose of my remover now.
Oh, so you're him then? Smaller than I imagined, but then Doris's always are. Now, Mr. Sibley, I'm Mrs. Ewell, Doris's mother. How do you do?
How do you do?
No, it's no good protesting. This meeting had to come. Even Doris agreed that last night, before she got nasty and started hitting me.
Yes, but you see, Mrs. Ewell, she, hits you.
Oh, yes, but not very often. She's very affectionate, really. That's her little way of saying, Mumsie, I love you.
Does she, usually show affection like that?
Oh, yes, and I know that she means it. Of course, she doesn't mean everything she says. She says that she's going to strangle little Georgie, but I know she doesn't mean it. It's her way of being playful.
Is she often, playful?
Oh, yes. Except when she's roaring drunk. You see, she only gets playful when she's diddling. But I did want you to know what a dear, sweet girl my Dodo is.
Oh, I appreciate that, Mrs. Ewell. You've given me a lot to think about.
Not all.
Does Mr. Cromwell know all about this?
My headmaster knows about everything, you know.
Oh, really? Will you excuse us a moment, Mrs. Ewell? What are his views?
Oh, well, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid I couldn't repeat them.
Duty, Potter, duty.
Oh, well, I suppose doing my duty might have its incremental rewards, Mr. Sibley. Yes, my headmaster did say, you see, that there was more to a pony trekking in cherry parties than meets the eye.
What's all this going on? Are you slandering my daughter?
No, madam, I'm just repeating the only... But you told me to...
Don't. It's not your place to talk to. You're treating lies about my daughter.
They're not lies, madam.
Silence! You little nincompoop. Silence!
Desk and all that, but she ain't taking us next. It's David Fitchett, innit?
Daisy, it don't matter who's taking us as long as the inspector sees them, right?
I still can't buy Cromwell.
Hey, Terry! Terry! I had a fantastic idea. Look at that, look. Pure alcohol. I put half of it in with Potter's medicine.
Here, what about the other half?
Gobber drank that.
It's all right, Terry. It just slows me down a bit.
Yeah, all right. Come on, back to your desk, everybody. Right, come on, you lot, sit down. That it. We are all gonna be good little kiddies. Right? You look at the coming.
Stum! Hey, I like that. Stum!
Morning, kids. Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Brown!
Stum!
Carry on, Mr. Brown. I'll just take notes.
Ah, right. Right, poetry. Right! Well, how about that for enthusiasm, eh, Mr. Barrett?
Is this your desk, Mr. Brown?
No, this is Miss Ewell's.
Indeed?
Yes.
Then you won't know about these. Or this.
Mr. Universe doesn't sound like Doris, despite what they say.
What do they say, Mr. Brown?
Nothing at all. I mean, Doris doesn't, and certainly not,
An eloquent defence, Mr. Brown. But I am going to have to take some action.
Stum! Flies, headmaster?
Eh?
No, sir. I mean, are you beating off winged pesticides?
Oh, no. Some nasty weaverite tried to set fire to my gown.
Oh, dear.
I confiscated his matches, but he just stared at me and said, "Stum."
Sounds like a jerry word to me, sir. Yeah. Would you like to hold my nose again, headmaster?
No, thank you, Norman. My hands are full already.
Oh, I'll hold my own nose then, sir. That medicine gets better and better, you know, sir. Oh, yes. There hasn't any rise they give me now, you know.
Enter. Oh, yes, Doris, yes, I sent for you, Doris, didn't I, Doris? Yes, come in, Doris, sit down. Doris, now, I have something very unpleasant to say to you.
Would a spoonful of my medicine help you at all?
No, thank you, Norman.
No. Well, I think I'll have another dose, because it seems Oh, that really does me good, that, you know. It's marvelous, you see, it gets me all kind of warm inside, you know, and all sort of kind of...
Yes. Now, Doris, for a long time you have been the pedestal and the plinth beneath my occasionally wobbly bust.
Agreed.
No, don't contradict. It's perfectly true. Now, if you were to take away, or anyone were to take away, the pedestal, the plinth, what would happen?
Well, your bust would be all over the floor, Emma.
I think perhaps you'd better leave us alone, Potter.
Certainly, madam. Yes. Oh, it's quite all right, Miss Ewell. I wasn't touching you, nor could you persuade me, you know. Virulent as I am.
He's not himself. Now, Doris, I have before me certain facts and a recommendation.
I see, Headmaster. What is it you want me to do?
Give up your assistant headmastership.
Oh, very well, Headmaster. What did you say?
It is my duty to relieve you of your assistant headmastership pending a short inquiry.
Morris, is this another of your petty vendettas?
Oh, no. It was Mr. Barrett. At least he put the facts before me and made the recommendation. But don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm relieved of my hard-earned responsibilities in this Kafkaesque manner, and you tell me not to worry? Why, I've been deputy head here ever since...
No, hold on. I'll check the records.
Don't bother, Morris. I'll comply with this underhand treatment. But when you've sorted it out, don't come looking for me in the classroom. I'm going home.
Going home? Well, everybody knows that they're still open, dear. I must have another dose of my medicine, you know.
I think I have enough.
Oh, but she does hate us, hates us all. I mean, I'm used to it, but Celia ain't.
Did she ever employ excessive punitive measures? Was she violent?
Particularly when she'd had a drop.
I see. I thought you lot might have something to do with Doris's downfall.
Shall I set fire to him, Terry?
Do you always do exactly as your cousin tells you?
Blood is thicker than water, mate.
Yeah, bigger.
Right, come on, kids, we've done a habit. Let's leave old Fancy Pants to play the little gent.
Playing the gents?
Mr. Barrett, they planted those bottles, you know. It was just a petty little prank.
I have more to back my allegations than just a word of those pupils. I'm sure our inquiry will vindicate your Miss Ewell, if she's as innocent as you claim. But she isn't, though.
She isn't, though. Nasty little crawler.
Still haven't told me why you're so early, sitting there like a broody hen. They haven't sent you home pregnant, have they?
No, Mother. I walked out because I was upset.
Ah, and I know why. A mother's instinct. And Georgie knows why. A Budgie's instinct. Now come along, Dodo. Tell Mumsie all about it.
Well, if you want the truth, Mother, I've been relieved of my post. Apparently there have been some ugly rumours about me going around, and people have chosen to believe them.
Oh, it's that Mr. Sibley. He shopped her. Well, never mind. She's better without him and without the school. Now you can stay here with me. Dodo, Mumsie, and little birdie. Oh, well, I'm glad I had that word with Mr. Sibley.
You had...
Yes, I told him all about you. Well, it's not my fault if he took it all the wrong way. Now... There now, Georgie. Dodo will soon be cleaning out your droppings again.
And here we are.
Take your hands off my daughter.
Mother, this is David Fitchett Brown. Oh. And Mr. Sibley, you've already met.
That's not Mr. Sibley.
I'm afraid it is. Doris, I really haven't met your mother.
You're not the real Mr. Sibley. I met him in school this morning.
But I wasn't even at the school this morning.
This Mr. Sibley, did he wear glasses and a dark suit?
Yes, he did. See? He believes me.
It was Mr. Barrett.
Sibley.
Me?
Mother, you've let loose your fantasies on a school inspector and practically lost me my job to boot.
Oh, did you hear that, Georgie? And I did it for her. She was going to elope with one of the Sibleys. And it was me she always came crying to when they teased her about her spots. On stilts, they used to call her. She was a late developer, you know. When you were always stuffing cotton wool down your...
Yes, well, I think I'm going to be off now, Doris. I'm glad we got to the bottom of all this. Now we can sort it out quite simply.
Oh, thank you for your concern, David.
Oh, anything for an old school charm, eh? Spotty.
I saw that. He kissed you.
Mother, I think this would be a good opportunity for you to get to know the real Mr. Sibley, and for heaven's sake, be honest with him.
Oh, why shouldn't I be?
Yes, quite. And I'll be honest with you. Now, Mrs. Ewell, excuse me, I want you to know that whatever happens, I have no intention of coming between you and your Dodo.
Oh, but I've no fear of that. Never have had. Shall I tell you why?
Yes, please do.
My Dodo is giving up teaching. She'll be taking her vows quite shortly.
And there, Headmaster, you have the whole story. It would appear, Mr. Barrett, that you've been had all the way along the line.
There, Doris, I knew there was no truth in those rumours.
Sycophant.
Mr. Barrett, I feel you owe Miss Ewell an apology for your tactless overreaction.
I may have been a bit overzealous, perhaps.
Overreaction, Mr. Barrett. After all, pony trekking never hurt anyone.
Well, not seriously, anyway.
Why, anybody can see that Doris is no wino and no drinker.
Quite. You'd never find any of those nasty elements in my school.
I still think I have every right to... Well, I apologise, but I still think you've misjudged my report. Well, there were lots of good things in it. Lots. For instance, there was... for instance, Potter, the school caretaker, I put in a very strong recommendation for him. A fine man.
And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, both of you. And listen when I'm talking, listen. If they're meringuing you see, you come along with me and have a nice dose of my lovely medicine because I like you, you know. You're a fine man. Do you know something, son? I'll tell you something now. Listen. You and I are going to go right to the top. See,